Have you ever felt the weight of handling a family member who seems to always put themselves first, no matter the cost to everyone else? Today, we're going to navigate the tricky waters of dealing with narcissistic behavior within your own family. This type of behavior can be covert, often showing up in ways that manipulate or undermine you. But by the end of this video, you'll have effective strategies to protect your emotional health and set boundaries that keep you safe. Ready to tackle these family dynamics with confidence? Let's dive in and explore these solutions together. 1. Identify narcissistic behaviors. Narcissistic behaviors in a family member can be complex and challenging to identify, especially when buried beneath familial norms. One of the primary signs is a lack of empathy. A narcissistic family member often struggles to recognize or validate others' feelings. For instance, during family conflicts, they may dismiss concerns or emotions of others, focusing solely on how the situation affects them, without any regard for the impact on others. Grandiosity is another critical indicator. This behavior manifests as an exaggerated sense of self-importance or a belief in one's superiority that often isn't based on reality. An example could be a parent who insists on having the final say in all family decisions, regardless of others' expertise or feelings, asserting that they know best in every situation. Manipulation is also prevalent among narcissistic individuals. This might involve guilt-tripping, using emotional leverage, or twisting facts to align with their narrative. A real-life scenario could include a sibling who constantly manipulates parents into making decisions that favor them over other siblings, like manipulating the distribution of family resources, under the guise of fairness. Recognizing these behaviors is the first step toward addressing the challenges they bring. It's crucial not only for personal well-being, but also for maintaining healthy family dynamics. Each of these examples highlights the need for awareness and strategies to cope with such challenging family relationships effectively. 2. Establishing boundaries. Creating firm boundaries with a narcissistic family member is crucial for maintaining your mental health and ensuring that your emotional needs are met. Boundaries help define where your limits are and how you expect to be treated by others, including family. The first step in setting boundaries is clearly identifying what behaviors you find unacceptable. For example, you may decide that you will not tolerate being yelled at or blamed for things out of your control. Once you have defined these limits, communicate them clearly and calmly to the narcissistic family member. It's important to be direct and specific about what is not acceptable and what the consequences will be if your boundaries are crossed. Consistency is key when enforcing these boundaries. Narcissistic individuals may test limits repeatedly, so it's crucial to stick to your rules every time a boundary is challenged. For instance, if you've stated that you will end a conversation if it becomes disrespectful, you must be prepared to hang up the phone or leave the room if necessary. Lastly, it's essential to reinforce your boundaries with supportive actions. This might mean seeking support from other family members or a therapist who can provide guidance and reinforcement. Additionally, practicing self-care can help you stay strong and centered, making it easier to maintain boundaries. By setting and enforcing clear boundaries, you create a safer emotional environment for yourself and teach the narcissistic family member how to engage with you more respectfully and constructively. 3. Seeking external support. Therapists, support groups, and counseling services provide invaluable resources for understanding and coping with the emotional stress that often accompanies these dynamics. Engaging with a therapist who specializes in narcissistic behavior can offer personalized guidance and strategies tailored to your specific family situation. Therapists can help unpack the emotional impact of narcissism on your life and develop techniques to protect your mental health. Support groups are another excellent resource. They connect you with others who face similar challenges, offering a community that understands your experiences firsthand. These groups provide a platform for sharing strategies and receiving emotional support from peers, which can be incredibly validating and empowering. To find appropriate support, start by researching online for therapists with expertise in family dynamics and narcissistic personality disorder. Online sites allow you to search for professionals based on their specialties and locations. For support groups, check community centers, churches, and online platforms dedicated to mental health. Many online forums and social media groups offer access to a broader community dealing with similar issues. These platforms can be particularly useful for those who may not have immediate access to local support groups or therapists. Utilizing these external supports can significantly lighten the emotional load of dealing with narcissistic family dynamics, providing you with tools and a support network to navigate this challenging terrain effectively. I hope you're finding the video helpful so far. If you are, could you show some love? A quick like, a comment, or even a subscribe really helps out. Thanks for being part of the journey. 4. Self-care strategies. Maintaining your emotional health is vital when dealing with challenging family dynamics. Self-care is not just about occasional indulgences. It's a crucial strategy for sustaining mental well-being. Here are some effective self-care techniques and routine activities that can help. First, ensure that you have regular physical activity in your routine. Exercise releases endorphins, natural mood lifters, which can reduce stress and improve your emotional resilience. Whether it's a daily walk, yoga, or a more intense workout, find something that you enjoy and can stick to consistently. Second, practice mindfulness and meditation. These practices help you stay present and grounded, reducing the likelihood of being overwhelmed by emotions. Third, set aside time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. This could be reading, painting, cooking, or any other hobby that allows you to disconnect from family stress and recharge your emotional batteries. Fourth, prioritize quality sleep. Sleep is foundational to mental health. It helps process emotional information and restores the body. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night and consider establishing a relaxing bedtime routine to help wind down. Lastly, keep a journal. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can be a therapeutic outlet for expressing what you may not feel comfortable sharing with others. It also helps in gaining clarity and perspective on the situation. 5. Communication techniques. Effective communication is crucial when dealing with a narcissistic family member to avoid escalating conflicts and to maintain a semblance of peace. Here are some specific communication strategies that can be helpful. Using I statements is one of the most effective techniques. Instead of starting sentences with you, which can come off as accusatory and might provoke a defensive response, I statements allow you to express your feelings and needs assertively without blaming. For example, say, I feel overlooked when decisions are made without my input, instead of, you never listen to me. Another strategy is to set clear communication limits. Decide what topics are not up for discussion to avoid recurring arguments. If certain subjects trigger unhealthy debates or manipulative behavior, it's okay to assertively state, I'm not comfortable discussing this topic. Listening actively is also crucial. Even if you disagree with the narcissistic family member, showing that you are listening can sometimes help de-escalate potential conflicts. Nod, maintain eye contact, and repeat back what you've heard to confirm understanding. Make sure to choose the right time and place for important conversations. Discussing sensitive issues when everyone is already stressed or in a group setting can lead to worse outcomes. Try to find a quiet moment and a private setting to communicate your points more effectively. Crucially, know when to walk away. If the conversation starts to turn toxic or abusive, it's important to calmly remove yourself from the situation. This not only protects your emotional well-being, but also sets a boundary that you will not tolerate harmful behavior. 6. Legal and professional advice. When family dynamics become harmful to your personal safety or mental health, it may be necessary to seek legal or professional advice. Knowing when and how to take this step is crucial to protect yourself from further harm. Firstly, if you are experiencing any form of abuse, whether physical, emotional, or financial, it's important to recognize that these are serious issues. In such cases, reaching out to a legal professional can provide you with guidance on protective measures, such as restraining orders or other legal actions that can be taken to ensure your safety. Consulting with a lawyer can also be essential when dealing with issues like inheritance disputes, parental rights, or divorce, especially if a narcissistic family member is likely to manipulate the legal outcomes to their favor. A lawyer can help navigate these complex situations and ensure that your rights are protected. Additionally, if the stress from family interactions is significantly impacting your mental health, seeking advice from a mental health professional is advisable. Therapists or counselors who specialize in family dynamics can offer support and coping strategies. They can also help you assess when legal intervention might be necessary and can provide referrals to trustworthy legal advisors. Finding the right professionals is key. Look for recommendations from trusted sources or professional organizations. Many countries have legal aid services that offer advice for free or at a reduced cost, which can be particularly helpful if financial resources are limited. Remember, seeking professional help is a proactive step towards protecting your well-being and ensuring that you are not navigating these challenges alone. Bonus tip: creative communication. A creative and practical communication technique to handle interactions with a narcissistic family member is scripting. This method involves preparing responses in advance to common manipulative comments or situations. By doing so, you can reduce stress and maintain clarity in your communication, ensuring you respond in a way that preserves your boundaries and mental health. Scripting works because it allows you to think about and choose your words carefully without the pressure of the moment. Start by identifying typical scenarios or comments that occur during interactions with the narcissistic family member. These might include guilt trips, blame shifting, or unreasonable demands. Once you have identified these patterns, craft responses that are calm, clear, and assertive. For example, if you are often guilt-tripped into doing favors, your scripted response could be, "I understand you're upset, but I have to prioritize my own commitments right now." It's important to practice these responses until they feel natural. This preparation can help you avoid being caught off guard and reacting in ways that might escalate the situation. Instead, you're able to respond with a premeditated answer that upholds your dignity and self-respect. The goal of scripting is not to win the argument, but to protect your emotional well-being. By preparing your responses, you can engage in necessary conversations without losing your composure, making it easier to navigate the complex dynamics of a relationship with a narcissistic family member. Now that you have tips for coping with a narcissistic family member, what will you learn next? Discover the 7 secrets to thriving after narcissistic abuse, or find out how and why survivors are stronger than most people. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below.